Welcome to Ask and Learn.
All right, so to ease notation, we'll let PJ be the number of earlier talks that is compatible with talk J. Okay, and then from the list of these 7 talks, we can sort of calculate here. So like, for example, P1 would then be 0. That 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. talk is not compatible with anything before it. There are no talks before it. And for example, then P2 would also be 0 because this one runs from 9 to 11. So it's not compatible with the 8 to 10 talk before it. But then say P3 is going to be equal to 1, right? This one runs from 10:30 to noon, so it is compatible with talk 1 running from 8 to 10, but not with talk 2 running from 9 to 11. And then we're given a list of the number of attendees in each talk, right? So our list, for example, the number of attendees, W1, in talk 1 was equal to 20, and the number of attendees in talk 2 was equal to 10, and the number of attendees in talk 3 is equal to 50, and so on. Okay, and this is all just some of the given data we have. And it's also worth noting that our algorithm we'll be using initializes at t of 0 is equal to 0. So we'll go ahead to the first step of our algorithm where j is equal to 1. In this case, then we are calculating t of 1. And so that's going to be the maximum of the attendees in talk 1 plus the total number of compatible attendees from the talks compatible with it, right? Or t of j minus 1, the previous step. So in this case, j is equal to 1, so it's 1 minus 1. Now here, it means we get the max of 20 plus, well, p of 1 was 0. There's no compatible talks, and t of 0 is 0, or t of 0. So this is equal to 20. Now we can go to the second step where j is equal to 2. And in this instance, we'll get the max of the attendees of talk 2 plus the total number of attendees from the talks that are compatible with it, or the previous steps talks, right? So this will actually be 2 minus 1, j minus 1. And so this will give us then a maximum. W2 is 10, but there was no compatible talks with it. So this will give us t of 0, which is 0. But t of 1, the previous step here, was 20. So we have a max between 10 and 20. So we're just going to keep it at 20 for now, okay? So we stay at 20, and we move on to our third step. This is just a lot of kind of tiring calculations here, and being sure to follow the algorithm carefully. So for T3, we have the maximum of the attendees of the third lecture plus the compatible lecture attendees, or just the total attendees from the previous step. Okay, so this will give us maximum of 50 plus T1, talk it was compatible with, or T2, okay, which is the max of 70 or 20, and so that is going to be 70. Great, so for the case where j is equal to 4, again, we're going to take the maximum, and so it'll be of the number of people going to lecture 4, as well as the folks attending the compatible talks, or the total number of people that could attend from the previous round. Okay, so this is going to give us the maximum of 30 plus T0 or 70. Okay, so that's going to be 30 or 70, and of course 70 is greater. So then we'll move on to the case where j is equal to 5. So we're looking at the fifth talk now for our fifth step of the algorithm. And in this case, the total number of people, maximum number of people that could attend here is going to be the maximum number of people who are in this lecture or talk plus the compatible lectures or the maximum attendees from the previous step. Okay, so this will give us a maximum of 15 people in lecture 5, plus there was no compatible earlier lectures. So this is going to be the max of 15 or 70. Okay, so that's going to be 70. So now if we look at j is equal to 6, we consider the case of T6 is going to be the maximum of everyone who attends lecture 6 plus the people who are in our compatible lectures, or the number of people from the previous step. Okay, so this is the maximum. And there was 25 people in this lecture. Plus the compatible earlier lectures, it's 2. Or T5. Okay, well, this is equal to the maximum, and T2 is equal to 20, so that's going to be 45 or 70, so that'll be equal to 70. Okay, then last step of our algorithm is where j is equal to 7. So T7 will take the maximum of the number of folks in lecture 7 plus the folks in our compatible lectures, or the maximum number of folks from the previous step. Okay, so this gives us a maximum there was 40 people in this lecture, and it was compatible with 4 other talks here. Or we get the value from the previous step. And so this is going to give us a maximum of 110 or 70. So that total then is 110, which means the maximum number of attendees is 110. Now, of course, this was just part A, but parts B, C, and D run the exact same way, just with different numbers for W1 through 7. So it should be easy to complete without a complete walkthrough.